What's going on, guys? It's James Daner with Project RE, and welcome to our Blue Ridge luxury flip. We paid $950,000 for this property. We put $250,000 in the renovation, and we're gonna be listing this for $2 million. I'm gonna take you guys through, show you what we did, and how we took this property and created over $500,000 in value. So come take a look. So when we bought the property, it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square foot finished home. We completely finished out the basement and turned it into a 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath property with a completely finished 2,500 square foot footprint. We rewired, we replumbed, and we updated all the surfaces. New hardwood, new kitchen, new tile, and it looks absolutely killer. So when you came in the property originally, it was all closed off. There was a wall that was coming in through this section and a wall coming in through section, and it was a formal dining room. We wanted the first impression to be open and inviting. That will help a buyer fall in love with the property. It will help get you that premium. So we demoed out this wall to open up our amazing sound views. So when the buyer comes through now, they're gonna see the sound, and they're also gonna get to see our beautiful kitchen through here. By opening up this kitchen wall, it expanded our kitchen footprint dramatically. Before, we had a hallway coming through here, and the kitchen was very small in this section. It was not a kitchen that was gonna get us to that $2 million number. So by opening the wall, we installed a brand new island, we installed a new kitchen throughout this area, all new cabinets, tile backsplash, appliances, all new knobs and fixtures, all to match, and that's how we're getting to that higher end value. So when we did the update as well, we upgraded the cabinet spec. Our typical cabinets in a kitchen this size for our normal flip costs us about $10,000 to $11,000. For this home in here, because the price point we're in and the neighborhood we're in, we spent nearly $18,000 to $20,000. So that is about double the cost for this kitchen because of the price point that we're going for. It was really important that we're delivering a quality product to the buyer because they're writing a big check. Your buyers will know the difference. So before you start remodeling and adding into your kitchens and designing it, make sure you dig into your comparables. What is the buyer's expectations, and the design what you need to do. Now the kitchen was still pretty small before because this was access to a side door in here. And now because we have access off our living room that goes out to a deck, we felt like it was more important to get a more usable kitchen. So we enclosed off that door and we added a pantry in this space. We knew the buyer paying $2 million in this neighborhood is typically gonna have a small family. A small family is gonna have a little bit more things. That's why we wanted the pantry. So in this section, we updated the amenities. We rewired the whole entire house. We added in can lighting, and then we had a massive brick fireplace in here that was really jeopardizing the flow of not only our dining room, our living room, and our primary suite that we'll check out in a second. So we had to remove it to nail our footprint. We then replaced it with a brand new electric fireplace, and we added a plaster finish fireplace to give it a more higher end edge. So when you're doing a little bit higher price point flips, you want to give it character, you want to give it design. Majority of flips out there, people are gonna slap some tile on it, might slap a mantle on it, and they start to all look the same. So by adding in little extra flavor, like plaster, the buyers aren't used to seeing it. It makes it feel special. They're gonna pay you a special price when you do those things. So when you're doing higher end homes, make sure you're speccing out the right design. So when we did a renovation, we also increased the window size. The reason we wanted to do so as you come in your front door, again, you capture the view. When you're working on a higher end property that has a novelty feature, like a view of a city, view of the Space Needle, view of the sound, you want the buyer's eyes to capture that. That is gonna get you the highest price. So by expanding the window, we got more light coming in, it feels better, but now the buyer can see the view on this side, they can see it off their dining, the kitchen, they can see it off all spaces on the main floor, and it makes a big difference on the price that you're gonna sell. We added this door to go out to the back deck because it was off the dining before, and now the house has a lot better flow. So let's see what we did upstairs. When you go up the stairs, we opened up the wall, we added in a railing, and then we added hardwoods all the way through. Before it was carpet, it was a little weird. It's not a good luxurious feel. You always want to add your solid surface floors to go up your hallways, it's better flow. In here, we cleaned up a bedroom. We kept it original. It had this shiplap, which we felt really tied into the house. So we modernized the whole home, but then we left some original charm. Buyers that are targeting this era of home, 1930s, they like that old classic feel. So we always like to leave a little bit of old in the house so people remember what it was. It matches the architecture and they still get the design and amenities that they need. So on the upper floor, we had 3 micro-sized bedrooms. They crammed them all up in here, and this was our only bathroom, which would have serviced our primary. That's not gonna get us the big money. So what we decided was to remove one of the bedrooms, give it to the primary, and then update this bathroom so it can service this bedroom. The bathroom size isn't huge, but because it's only servicing one room, it's totally okay. This bathroom was updated with a pedestal sink. It's a small space. Pedestal sinks are great options over a cabinet because it leaves it less claustrophobic, it makes it more airy, makes it feel bigger, so always look into the type of materials and cabinets you're picking. Floors are updated with brand new tile and tile surrounds. Then through back here, this is where we created our primary suite. You guys, when you're flipping homes, you gotta look at what is gonna get you the highest price. When we're targeting a $2 million number, we knew we needed a great primary bedroom, an open kitchen, and we needed at least a 4-bed, 3-bath. So we had to install this primary. So in this section through here, because we were able to take out our fireplace, it allowed us to get a new walk-in closet. The fireplace was running right through this section of the wall. By us removing it, it got us our primary. So now we have a hers, and we have 2 secondary closets for his. That's where he gets to put his shoes, his little bit of clothes. That's the space he's allotted. In this section of the house is where we had this micro bedroom that was kind of tucked in between this fireplace off that hallway. We then updated and added a primary bathroom here. Tile was updated with a natural stone and a marble inlay to give it a little bit more character. We spent some extra money on our tile and our finishes in our primary bath. People spend a lot of time in their primary bedrooms and in their kitchens. My bathroom was updated with a new double vanity sink, and then we went with a curbless shower to give it, again, a more luxurious feel. This costs a little bit more. You go with a frameless shower, and then we added a rain head, a body sprayer, and a wand so they can clean all their areas and pay you the most. But one of the best parts of this is as I'm taking my shower, I get, again, look out at my beautiful sound view. Who doesn't want to brush their teeth and look at the sound? Who doesn't want to take a shower and look at the sound? These little things can make huge impacts in your pricing. It's not just about the tile you put in. It's not just about the fixtures you put in. It's about how you lay out the spaces. Because we laid out the spaces correctly, it gives us a much bigger value increase. So let's go take a look at the basement. If we did not add the space downstairs, we would have sold this house for $1.6 million. So by adding that 700 square feet in the basement, it increased our value by 400 grand. Again, always look at your comparables, understand your scope of work. It's not always about the design, it's about what you're delivering. So let's check it out. So down here, we got access to our garage. And then the beautiful thing about this basement is we have really tall ceilings. So we wanted to make it a really good livable space. Before, it had this massive fireplace that ate up room. So again, by taking out this fireplace, it gained us this much room, 2.5 feet into our living space that we needed. So now we have a functioning bonus room with tall ceilings. And again, this is why this property is so amazing. As you come out onto your patio, you got more view. It's all about that view. So down in this basement, things that we also needed to get the price. We needed our formal spaces. We did not have a formal laundry room. This is typically targeting a buyer that's a smaller family. They like to be able to put their stuff and their kids' stuff away. So we created the formal laundry room with a utility room furnace off this section. Back here, we then added another bathroom. So when we looked at the comparables, we had to have a minimum of 3 bathrooms. We have 2.5 upstairs. This was our 3rd that we needed down. Every floor should have a bathroom to service their guests to maximize the value. We got a half bath on the main, we got 2 on the upper floor, and now 1 to service the bedroom and the guests in the bonus. But this was updated with brand new tile floors, cabinets, countertops, tile surround, and on our more luxurious properties, things that we like to do is run the tile all the way to the ceiling. Most flippers will cut it right at the 8-9 feet mark, and then you have drywall above. That's okay. But depending on what you're selling and the price point you're selling it in, you wanna kinda go that extra little distance. So we went all the way up, it gives it a better finished look. Down in the basement, we then reframed to create our 4th bedroom that we really needed. So by relaying out the first 2 floors and finishing the space, it allowed us to create a 4-bed, 3.5 bath property. We created this scope of work by pulling local comparables within the neighborhood. We saw the comparables range in different pricing. We saw the highest pricing and highest best use had a 4-bed, 3.5 bath. So when we walked the property, we designed it that way. We created a budget to create those spaces, and that's how we created that $500,000 in value. So when you're flipping homes, it's the same process with just a little bit of different execution. You always want to source the property, identify what it is, pull the tax record, what is the usable spaces that you can work into, pull comparables of the property, what is highest and best use, what do you need to do to that property to get the highest price. On this property, we had to go from a 3-bed, 2-bath to a 4-bed, 3.5 bath. The comparables will also tell you the finish package that you need to achieve that pricing. When we underwrote this property, we pulled the more expensive property. What was selling for that $2 million range? And then what kind of specs were in the hot property? What kind of flooring, what kind of tile, what kind of design, what kind of appliances? We built our budget off what the comparable data told us to do, not just because we thought it looked good. Once you've pulled the comps and created the scope of work in your estimated budget, then you want to input it into your pro forma, like the one we have at Project RE. What's your estimated sale price? Subtract your sales costs, subtract your purchase price, subtract your rehab costs, subtract your soft costs, which are all your carrying costs, your hard money payments, your utilities, your taxes, all the costs that come along with it. And that's how you get to your estimated net profit. So if you enjoyed this property or learning something about luxury flipping, make sure you like and subscribe below, and we will take you through case studies of all different price points, from affordable to luxury, and how to maximize them.